Curiosities about the Black Death.
Number 10. The use of folk remedies and superstitions. Throughout history, people have turned to folk remedies and superstitions in times of illness and tragedy. During the Black Death, people believed that carrying sweet-smelling herbs, rubbing onions on their bodies, and even placing a live chicken on the infected area could cure the disease. While these remedies may seem silly now, they were a desperate attempt to protect themselves from the deadly plague.
Number 9. Combination of multiple diseases? The Black Death was not just one disease, but a combination of 3, bubonic, pneumonic, and septicemic plague. Each form of the disease had slightly different symptoms and methods of transmission. The combination of these diseases made the Black Death even more deadly and unpredictable. Number 8. The role of miasma theory. Miasma theory was a popular belief during the Black Death that stated diseases were caused by bad air or foul odors. As a result, people would burn incense, herbs, and other strong-smelling substances to purify their homes and bodies. Unfortunately, this did little to stop the spread of the disease, as it was actually transmitted through fleas on rats. Number 7. The phenomenon of Black Death survivors. While the mortality rate of the Black Death was estimated to be around 50%, there were some who survived the disease. These individuals were considered miracles and were often ostracized or shunned by their communities, as they were believed to be carriers of the disease. However, some Black Death survivors were immune and were able to continue living without fear of contracting the plague again. Number 6. Connection between Black Death and the rise of religious cults. The Black Death sparked a religious fervor and led to the rise of various cults and religious movements. Many believed that the end of the world was upon them and that the plague was a punishment from God. Some even turned to self-flagellation and other extreme practices as a way to atone for their sins and hopefully avoid the plague. Number 5. Belief that the Black Death was a divine punishment. As mentioned before, many believed that the Black Death was a punishment from God. This belief was heightened by the fact that the disease seemed to strike indiscriminately, affecting both the wealthy and the poor. It caused people to question their faith and raise debates about the nature of God's wrath. Number 4. Impacts on medieval art and literature. The Black Death had a profound impact on the art and literature of the medieval period. Paintings and writings often depicted death and decay, reflecting the grim reality that people were facing. It also led to the creation of the infamous Dance of Death motif, which depicted people from all walks of life dancing with death, symbolizing the inevitability of death for all. Number 3. The role of animals in the spread of the disease. While rats are often blamed for spreading the Black Death, other animals played a role as well. Cats, which were seen as protectors and companions, were also carriers of the disease. Additionally, livestock such as cows, pigs, and sheep were affected by the plague, leading to a shortage of food and resources. Number 2. The spread through trade routes and merchant ships. The Black Death spread rapidly through Europe and Asia along trade routes and merchant ships. As merchants traveled from city to city, they unknowingly carried rats and fleas infected with the disease. This allowed the disease to reach distant and isolated communities, leading to its devastating effects. Number 1. Virus or bacteria? One of the most fascinating curiosities about the Black Death is the ongoing debate about whether it was caused by a virus or bacteria. While some experts believe it was caused by the bacteria Yersinia pestis, others argue that it may have been a virus with similar symptoms. The true cause of the Black Death is still a mystery, adding to the intrigue and curiosity surrounding this historic event.
The Black Death is a dark and tragic chapter in history, but it is also full of curiosities and mysteries. From folk remedies and superstitions to the debate over its cause, the Black Death continues to fascinate and intrigue us centuries later. It serves as a reminder of the devastating impact of pandemics and the resilience of humanity in the face of such tragedies.